Yeah, we'll be talking to Greg about changes, and Greg actually moved from Sydney to the country.
Thrown out.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
I was thrown out of the city.
You was
He was thrown out.
Who, by me?
That's what I was deported.
They took you kicking and screaming, didn't they?
Oh, I went from being a Sydney big shot to a country bigger shot.
Just quickly, you know, I've never known why you actually left. I know you say you got kicked out and everything, but
Why I left?
but the true reasoning.
Too much alimony.
Alimony.
You got to run from something, Dre.
Of course.
You know, now I did. I made the move about 10 years ago,
Wow, it's
and
been
in
a long
that time there's a lot of things that I've realised, a lot of big differences between the city and the country.
Yeah.
These are the things that have stood out for me over the years. Like down here, chicken schnitzels, people eat them with gravy.
Where? Down in
Down here, down where I'm in the country. I always remember it being with lemon wedges up there in the city.
Yeah.
I think we eat it with gravy.
I don't know, things might have changed over time, but, you know,
Yeah.
down here, if you ask for a lemon wedge, you're automatically assumed to be Greek. I just smash plates.
But you're right, though.
That makes me angry. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Depends.
do
If you
come
go to
with
an
lemon
RSL or something, they'd whack on the gravy.
Oh, maybe up there, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, probably.
They'd put gravy on everything at an RSL.
Gravy's a liquid paper for chefs. It just rubs out everything. That's our razor on the end of the pencil, gravy. Put more gravy on it. Also, the next person you kiss or sleep with will most likely have kissed or slept with one of your friends. This is very common down here. I know what most of my mates taste like, I reckon. There's no disguising it.
So that's
It's past the parcel.
And it's is it true that, you know, if somebody sort of rubs somebody else up the wrong way, they could get run out of town?
To what are you referring? I've never heard of anything like that, to be honest.
Oh, here we go. So there is some story to this, isn't there?
No one, as far as I know, no charges have been brought.
Oh, okay.
No, but Tumut'S a beautiful place. You know, I've obviously visited you frequently over the years. And wow, you know, it's surrounded by mountains and the trees.
Oh, it's a very simpler way of life. We stroll down here. We don't hustle. I tried hustling. You get in trouble. And, you know, we take time to stop and ask how people are and listen and, you know, feign interest. There's a lot more of that going on.
And everybody knows your name.
That's right. There's beautiful little things down here. Like we have little festivals. We don't have the good big ones that you guys have, the popular ones. But, you know, we have this type where, you know, if you've got a new car or a balloon, you can just enter. That's all it takes, basically. A shiny pair of shoes. I've got some new shoes. Go in the parade.
Go in the parade.
Yeah.
So,
I've got a new haircut. You'll be good in that parade.
Greg, what was the transition like can you remember what it was like when you first made that move?
Yeah, yes, I can remember what it was like. He says stalling for time. No, I was very comfortable move for me. I dipped my toe. I didn't jump straight in. I dipped my toe in it over a number of years, Louise.
Yeah.
I didn't just go straight from city to country. I'd been visiting the country since the 6 months of age, basically. Not that I remember that trip, but and it was a very slow transition. And I was shoehorned into it. Like I got down here and had a little network of family and friends to sort of already call my own when I arrived. And I was very lucky because I didn't have any work lined up or anything, but I found work very fast with a wonderful person. The bloke I still work with today, actually, it's all come around again. And so still those early bonds, some of the people I met in that first 6 months are still some of my best friends right now.
I actually love the story about, when you did first move there and you were, getting a little bit stressed about work, looking for work, and you actually considered going to McDonald's, but then you drove all the way out there.
I came down here and I was all right for money. My modelling career had paid for itself, basically, in Sydney. So I had a large nest egg that I stole from an emu. And I came, and I just applied. I opened up the paper and there were 4 jobs or four things going on. I just applied for all of them. And one of them, I thought it was a management course at McDonald's, and I thought, I'll pass time doing that. You hear those stories of 12-year-olds who manage McDonald's, and they go on and I don't know, own Microsoft or whatever. I don't know if that's
Oh
a true
yeah,
story.
I actually personally know someone who.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
He's done very well that way.
Yeah, But I mean, obviously moved on to different things, but that's how he started.
Yeah.
Yeah, very successful.
Well, I didn't plan on starting there, but I thought this would be a nice little stopgap if nothing else comes. And they called me in, and I went in there and did the interview, and I talking like I am talking to you guys, and they said, you're great. Can you start tomorrow? I'm like, when does it start? And they said, well, it starts when you can. I'm like, I'll come in tomorrow. I go, what's exactly is going on here? And they go, oh, you're the manager.
Really?
And I was like, oh, well, okay, this is interesting. Rocked up the next day in the suit, strangled by the tie, the first tie I've ever worn in my life. And I'm not going to speak badly about it. McDonald's is a wonderful company that provides nutritious, healthy food for everyone, I'm sure. But it wasn't my scene, to be honest. There's too many this and that in the big manual. Anyone who's gone through it will know how big that manual is, and you have to read it. And we're on the highway. This is at Gundagai. This is on the highway. I don't know if I should say that, but it's on the highway there where things do happen. Like, this is old stagecoach territory. Dead Kelly country, not quite. And I'm going to be responsible for looking after the staff of people if the fire hits the fan.
See,
I didn't want that pressure.
I'm getting visions of Tumut now as like an old west.
Yeah, exactly.
Stagecoaches.
I'm the Clint Eastwood of Tumut, basically.
Well, there is actually a hotel in Tumut, Dre, that you'd love, and it's been sort of kept in its original state, hasn't it, Greg? I'm talking about the Orient.
The Oriental went through major renovations about 18 months ago, Louise.
Oh, I haven't been there in a while.
It was a real. We've got actually, and this is another thing. Beer isn't like a nice little bonus at the end of the week. Beer's an everyday thing down here. It's based on social. We've got 6 pubs, an RSL, and a golf club, and a bowling club, all within about a 500-metre radius.
You're all in the same block.
Wow. It's amazing, and any time is a good time for a beer, and you can always meet someone who's good to have a beer with.
You could literally do a pub crawl.
That game, pub golf, where I won't teach them, but it's very easy to play down here. And every pub down here does have its unique sort of clientele.
This sounds interesting.
Yeah. And you do know, this is one of the things, for instance, like we know if you're standing outside, the Star is the bar that we all end up at because that stays open till about 2:30. And if you're outside the Star by yourself on a Friday, Saturday night, you've missed times you run. You got there's no other clubs to go on to.
Yeah, actually.
If you haven't got someone, you're gone. You're going home.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the other different thing. Like in the city, obviously, you could party 24/7 if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, down here.
And I remember you told me that one of your friends in Tumut has actually started his own little sort of after-hours nook in his garage.
Oh, there's people own land down here just with a garage on it. Garage bars are very popular down here.
Wow.
Yeah, very popular.
Wow.
I actually really like the idea.
The little men's clubs and the little, the men's shed or whatever. They've got their pool tables and their pay TV and.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big thing down here.
Are women allowed?
Sorry?
Are women allowed?
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. The day they start making it illegal for guys to hang out and drink.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we, obviously the whole theme tonight is change.
Yes.
And we call it a pre-Friday pondering.
Uh-huh.
And we have a question that we've been asking everyone tonight.
Yep.
And that is, if you could change anything in the world, what would it be?
That's a very interesting question. What are some of the answers you've been given?
Well, we've had one from
His clothes.
His clothes because he'd been working and sweating all day. And what was the other thing?
Rev wanted to change the tattooing laws.
Tattooing laws, yeah.
That's interesting. What's going on with the tattooing laws?
Apparently, all tattooists in New South Wales have to be licensed and have to pay to tattoo now.
And he doesn't want that to happen.
Well, no, because it's...
He finds it offensive.
Yeah,
I've had the odd girl come in here who've shown me, we've got a very good tattooist over in Wagga, and it does great tattoos, and, you get your tattoo there from there, and they go Wagga, and then others obviously haven't gone to him. Oh, where do you get your tattoo from? Oh, and they'll name a street here in Tumut.
Yeah.
You should go and check him out. And I'll be like, I think I might not do that. that's a really bad tattoo. I don't know if you're looking at it properly or if it's different, if the mirror image, it's really bad. There's a good tattooist just over there. You should have gone to him. The cheap isn't what I'm looking for in a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking for a bargain. I'm looking for,
No.
But that's good. Okay, what am I going to change about the world? I'll leave the tattoo world alone. I don't know much about it. They can do what they want. I'm not going to pry into them. I'm not going to change it back.
Yeah.
I would probably... it's hard to go whether you think of should I be benevolent here and think of a nice world global sort of... That's something that changes everyone.
That's so cliche.
I was going to say, you can change something in yourself, yeah.
Because basically, I'm only interested in myself.
Of course.
I just want to make life easier for me.
We had one person, he wanted to change his perfectionism.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dial it up more, or...
That's a good point.
Make it clearer to others. I just want the world to recognise my brilliance.
That's it,
basically.
I like that.
Yeah. I would change, and I've thought about this. I've got a lot of changes that I'd make, but I like more holidays.
Well,
holidays.
More paid holidays. I
like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I would like maybe sponsored holidays also. I think every family should go on a holiday.
I know.
Hey, I like that term, sponsored holidays.
A sponsored holiday.
Yeah.
You know, when the kids just before they hit high school or something. Government should give them $1,000. Go to Gold Coast.
Yeah. There's many people around our parents' age that have never actually been on a holiday.
We remember, I wonder now if kids still get in the car with their parents and drive, 18 hours somewhere like we used to do, or if they, some kids go with their friends and other kids stay at home. And I don't know what happens nowadays. Are road trips still popular?
I don't know.
I don't think they are with the airfares being so cheap, but I do remember those long road trips to Queensland with the parents.
Yeah, absolutely. You would stop at Kempsey.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, are we nearly there? No.
No, that's the one.
When? Next week?
Yeah.
I think there'd be easier road trips now because, you've got those car DVDs and...
Oh, very easy. This is a big country. When I was over in France a number of years ago, we're down in the south and stopped at this tiny little dusky town, and I said, I don't know when we're going to get to our hotel in time, and it said, if you're not there by 6 p.m, ring ahead and let them know. And I got the French chef actually at this hotel. I said, can you just ring these guys and tell them that we'll be late? He goes, you'll be very late. You still have a long way to go. It was 4:30 in the afternoon. He goes, you have maybe 45, 50 kilometres. And I was like, that's a carton of milk and a loaf of bread for us down here.
Big time.
That's nothing. It's 45 kilometres. I'll run that. Yes.
No, that goes to show the difference of, Europeans, the way they look at travel.
Absolutely.
We live on an island.
Their own little hamlet. You go through 10 or 12 towns in that time. Mm-hmm. Down here, you go past 2 dead kangaroos.
So what are your thoughts on change? Do you have anything to say about change?
It's the only constant, isn't it? Is that what they say?
Yeah, that's exactly what they say.
It's inevitable. They say a lot of things about change.
Give me my change.
So, is there any change for Greg in the future?
What's changing for you?
I'm always changing. The weather changes.
You're always changing your facial hair, that's for sure.
It's changing as we speak.
Actually, what is it today?
No, I'm back to... I look like that bloke from American Pickers.
Frank.
No, not Frank.
Yeah,
Frank.
You both imagine it, can't you? You both know exactly what I'm talking about.
He does remind me of you now.
A lot of people come in and they go, you look like that bloke from American Pickers. And I go,
you do.
The fat one. And they go,
the fat one.
They go, he's friendly. And I'm like, I go, he's huge.
He's a lovable character, just like
he's
you.
the nicer one of the two. I think they're both a bit douchey.
Yeah, that's how they sell it to me. He's the nicer picker.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got lots of changes happening. Anything you can tell us about, or is it top secret at this moment?
Oh, everything I do is top secret. I shouldn't be speaking to you. I'm being monitored as we speak. But it's good because I've got alfoil on my head, so I don't this up.
You're one of those ones.
I am. I keep it around my toe.
Yeah.
Hey, we're actually looking forward to coming down to Tumut for a road trip soon because Dre wants to see Tumut.
Is this the show or just you guys?
Oh, we could take the show on the road.
The show on the road.
Yeah.
Take the show on the road.
We'll follow Greg around.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing now, Greg, huh?
Changing.